Heather Carter. Think back to the time you went to a theater to watch a movie. You had eaten dinner before, so you weren't hungry, but a few minutes into the movie, you decided that you wanted some popcorn and a Coke. Was this because people often associate eating popcorn and drinking a Coke with watching a movie? Or was it because there was a subliminal message incorporated into the movie that made you want the popcorn and Coke? I'm sure many of you have heard of subliminal messages, but did you know that they're often found in your favorite songs, movies, on a soda can, or even in a TV commercial? By the end of this presentation, you'll have a better understanding of the use of subliminal messages in advertising. Today I'm going to discuss exactly what a subliminal message is, a little history about their use in advertising, and whether they may or may not be effective. First, let's talk about what a subliminal message is. According to the Merriam-Webster Online Dictionary, published in 2012, the word subliminal is defined as existing or functioning below the threshold of consciousness. This means that you cannot consciously see or hear it. It's only apparent to your subconscious mind. People do not realize when they've been exposed to a subliminal message, and it's thought that when someone is exposed, that their subconscious mind makes them react in a way that they otherwise would not have acted. Subliminal messages are often used in advertising, and this is done by an image incorporated, flashed really fast onto the screen that you don't consciously see or hear, but your subconscious mind sees it. This can also be found on a product logo, such as an image within an image. Now let's turn our attention to some specific examples of subliminal advertising. According to Gary Radford in Under the Threshold Is There More Than Meets the Eye, published in 2007, a New Jersey theater in 1957 experimented with the use of subliminal messages. The way they did this, they incorporated the phrases, "eat popcorn and drink Coca-Cola," into the movie, and they flashed it every 5 seconds or so. And it's reported that the people actually got out of their seats in the middle of the movie and went to the lobby to purchase popcorn and Coke. And it's also reported that the popcorn sales rose 57.7% and the Coke sales rose 18.1%. Was this a mere coincidence, or is it because of the subliminal messages? Also, in Under the Threshold Is There More Than Meets the Eye by Gary Radford, the movie The Exorcist is discussed. It's reported that an image of a death mask is incorporated into the movie to flash every few seconds or so, and it's supposed to increase the feelings of fear, terror, and even make people sick. Now that you know what a subliminal message is and how it may be used in advertising, let's discuss whether it may or may not be effective. There have been numerous studies conducted on the effectiveness of subliminal messages. One particular study by Martha Rogers and Kirk Smith, called Effectiveness of Subliminal Messages in Television Commercials, 2 Experiments, in 1994. Subjects were exposed to 3 different types of commercials. The first commercial being in control, which means it contained no subliminal message whatsoever. The second type containing undetectable subliminal messages, which means you did not consciously see or hear it. And the third type containing detectable subliminal message that you could actually see or hear. And the results show that the commercials with the undetectable subliminal messages had little to no effect on the people at all. And the ones with the detectable subliminal messages had just a little bit of effect, but not enough to mean anything. Although this study suggests that subliminal messages in advertising really has no effect on people, other studies argue otherwise. This has been an ongoing debate for decades, and I'm sure it will be for decades to come. Today we have discussed what a subliminal message is, a little about their history in advertising, and whether they may or may not be effective. Some advertisers and scientists believe that they do work, and others believe that they do not work. Will anybody ever really know? Now that you know about the use of subliminal messages in advertising, think back to that time when you were at the theater. Did you get up and buy your popcorn and Coke because of the subliminal message you didn't know of incorporated into the movie?